Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Deck Tech. So today we're going to be talking about value cards, and they're going to be standalone cards that don't really follow a theme, even though this deck doesn't really have a theme. But yeah, they are very overly adjacent to everything else that you can make category out of cards. So you got draw, ramp, tutors, removal, all that kind of things. These are a one-off. They're not included in some other part. So we just get them all together, even though they don't follow a theme, and that's the ones that are left. Everything else that's left right now is going to be ramp and land base. So this is gonna be that video. So the first thing that we got here is going to be Teshar and Sincer's Apostle. So the way this guy works is going to be a 4-cost legendary creature. It's a 2/2 flying, whatever. But whenever you cast a historic spell, such as a legendary or an artifact, it's actually going to be something that, hey, this guy can see mana value 3 or less and then take it to the graveyard into the battlefield. Okay, so it revives stuff, which is really good because you got a lot of hate bears that people might not want on board. Therefore, that's going to be saying, hey, actually it's back, and then the next turn it's back, then whenever I play something else it's back. Okay, so that kind of thing, pretty cool. Then we have the Elishnorn, though. It's Mother Machines and it's cost 5 and it has vigilance, but it's also a trigger doubler for permanents that ETB, and it's also an ETB nullifier for the opponents, so it's actually going to be a Stax piece. That's going to allow us to double up on ETB for draw, ETB for removal, ETB for damage, that kind of thing. Any ETB that helps out, that thing's going to double it. It's going to be pretty good. Then we have Runetail Kitsune Ascendant, which is flipped upside down because we are playing commander, so this flips immediately if you have 30 life or more, and it flips into prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control. So this enchantment is just there. It's not like one fog effect. It's not like a pillow fort that says unless they pay 2. It's just there's a blanket coverage for all our creatures. Therefore, we can now block everything as we want. Pretty cool stuff. Then we got Chimil, I don't know. The Inner Sun. It's gonna be a cost 6, pretty hefty for commander. Yeah, I know. But at the same time, what you can see here is spells you control can be countered. Really good stuff. And also, at the beginning of the end step, you discover 5. So it's basically like a cascade 5 within the first 5. Everything costs 5 or less. You can cast it without paying its mana cost or put it into your hand. So the rest on the bottom in random order. Basically, this lets you look at the top 5 and play one of the cards for free because there are no other cards that are cost 6 or more. So everything is going to fit that discover, and within those 5 you can play whatever you want. Every end step you can do that, and it's going to be giving you that value that's accrued while also protecting your spells that can be countered. So what's getting discovered can be countered. Pretty cool stuff. Then we have, speaking of really good value, Smothering Tithe. Anytime somebody is going to be drawing, you get to ask them the fabulous, fantastic, marvelous question of, do you pay the 2? What an annoyance. It's terrible. People hate it, and so we love it. That's what this deck is about. It's about annoying people, making them hate you. No, just kidding. But honestly, it's terrible that you got to ask all the time and that they have to be asked. But this is actually really good value. So if you know how to speedrun through that and you're playing with people that are really chill, really okay, really understand how the flow of the game works, it should be no problem. And so you're just gonna start making treasures. They're gonna be like, I draw and I don't pay, blah 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 blah. I draw and I don't pay. Next turn, okay, on tap, okay, draw and I don't play. So you're not even gonna have to be asking for all the triggers. But if they make you, then you can just be annoying because they want you to be annoying as like a payment. I've seen that on skits on YouTube, like, oh, I just make them not shortcut through everything so that they can suffer through their own deck's experience. It's like, but I made the deck, I did it on purpose, and I'm getting a lot out of it, so it's not really affecting me that much. So yeah, I can just ask, are you gonna pay the 2 if they don't tell me they're not gonna? So pretty easy. Then last but not least is going to be Crucible of Worlds, where it lets you play land cards from your graveyard. So as soon as you get that fetch land here, one of the 6, buddy, go off. And now every turn you can just pay 1 life and then get 1 land from the deck, and that way you can keep it going and going and going and going. Pretty cool. Or if you got maybe like land destruction cards, then you can have Crucible Worlds, bring it back over and over again. Maybe you have plenty of lands and you don't really care, but that one strip mine can save your butt. If you got Glacial Chasms, or if someone's going crazy with Gaia's Cradle, Serra Sanctum, that kind of thing. Maybe in the future they even unban Urza's Lab. No, Tolarian Community College, Tolarian Academy. So they can do that. And yeah, so Crucible Worlds is going to allow you to strip mine things over and over again, or maybe even Dust Bowl, and then you can just get that plains back. Even if you're playing with the Dust Bowl being the one that sacrifices plains, you can just get that plains. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video though. So let me know what you thought about this in the comments. As well as like, share, subscribe, and follow for more, okay? Let me know which one of them it is that I might be missing. There's plenty of cool cards, and this one's the most broad, so I'm not even gonna talk a lot about it. Just let me know in the comments, and I'll check you out on the next video, okay? So, peace out.